Well, it looks like we got another assisted opening blade here. I had to get this, man, because I've been buying a lot from BudK. God, freaking! I've been buying loads of knives from BudK, man. So this is a, you know, it's China. It's a China blade. I don't know what the heck. It's stainless steel, probably 420. It's like a gold color. It's got, what is that? Wolves or bears? Wolves. It looks like wolves. It looks like wolves. Maybe it's a bear. Yeah, it's a bear. That's a bear. Excuse me, that's a bear. See, it's got a bear paw on there. It's cut right into the steel, right into the blade. So it's assisted opener. It's a very easy to use assisted opener too. It says Timberwolf right there. It says genuine made in China over here. So it's not a bad blade though. I mean, it was only like 10 bucks. TW 496 made in China, right? Still not a bad blade, but not a bad everyday blade. But it's nice looking. You know, one thing it's a liner lock, right? But it works slick. It's got the clip on it, and these are good everyday knives. Well, you know, one thing I kind of like about this too. You notice this assist. See how it's on a right angle, like it comes out perpendicular. I don't like when they're. I don't like when they're on an angle like this, like a 45 degree, because you got to kind of grip on them. If your finger slips, it doesn't open. This one, it's, you know, you got to go straight down with it, and it's easy. It opens quick. It's a nice short stout blade. It's got a little bit of a thumb hole thing on here, and you can see your finger fits right in there, so it doesn't slide forward. I like this blade. As a matter of fact, see, here's the other one on my boot right here. Take this out. I've been wearing this on my boot forever and a day. It's kind of hard to say. This one might open up a hair faster, but what the hell's the difference? Not really much difference. The weight, pretty close to the same. See, one difference on them, this has got a little bit longer of a clip, which might be good for securing to your boot, although I never seen this thing come off. I like this knife too, Brad. About the same thickness. About the same thickness. This one might be, I don't know, pretty much a toss-up, but I might start wearing this one on my boot because it's a bit thinner overall, I think, and it's got a longer they're about the same. It's a little bit smaller though. It's a little smaller. This might be better to wear on your boot. I've been wearing this on my boot, this one, for the last month or so, every day. Even sleep with it on my boot. And it's kind of cool because it's on your boot and you don't even know it's there. But, you know, sometimes I need a knife. And I said, oh yeah, I got the knife on my boot. I ain't got to go to my toolbox or go back in the house and try to find a knife. It's right there. Might start wearing this puppy on a boot. Nice little blade though. I don't think it's going to stay pretty looking gold like this, but who cares. But you notice the bear prints on here. They're not, it's not like it's raised. It's raised metal. So I don't know if that's glued on there or what, or epoxied on there or something. It's not a plastic handle. It's I think it's I don't think it's plastic. Yeah. Well, I can't squeeze it in, so if it's plastic, it's some damn strong stuff. I think it's aluminum. I think it's anodized aluminum handle. I'm not sure what the blade's made out of. It's probably 420. Now, later I'm going to have a BudK knife coming in, assisted opener. And since it's made in USA, because I want to try to get some USA stuff, it's going to be something like this. So I'm going to take a look at that sucker. I think that thing's going to be pretty damn good, too. But this one's a great little, actually I like this better as a boot knife because you can clip them on there. I didn't have any problems with this thing falling off. This one is just a hair lighter, and with the smooth side, with this, you know, also with this thing being raised up, that would kind of grip on, you know, say your boot was like this, you got that cloth on here. You know, I never had it come off, man. I wasn't running with it or nothing, but I was walking all over the place. This one never came off because it's kind of grippy. This one probably won't come off either because it's flat and it's got this, it's kind of raised. That's raised over here so it grips, and it's got a longer clip on it with these little holes. These little holes will probably grip that cloth. Very, you know, very nice knife. It is easy to open. I'd say it's about the same, and you know, it's not broken in. So this one was my easiest opening spring assisted. This one's very easy to open too. Yeah, the blade's a little less length, but it's about the same thickness, a little wider. It's probably a little stronger. Don't count on it staying pretty looking gold like that forever. I don't think it's going to stay like that, but you know, it might. I might, but who cares? You know, I'm not really concerned about that. I didn't buy it because it was gold. I bought it because I thought it would be easy to open because I saw this coming out, and it is. It comes out perpendicular to the handle. It's not like, you know, like rounded out like that. Some of those are not too easy to open up. And it's got a lanyard hole on it, which is cool. Right there. This has a glass breaker but no lanyard hole. But this is nice and lightweight. I don't know if I'd ever use a glass breaker for anything anyway. So, as a side note, I had to take some super duper epoxy and put this glass breaker back in there. It actually fell out. It was coming loose. And I took this 3M part number 08115, just a dab of it. It runs you about $40 for a couple tubes, but I only used it like a drop of it, so like a penny's worth, maybe 2 pennies worth, and put it in there. It's like a super duper epoxy, so this glass breaker will never come out. But, you know, you get a minor problem like that, no big deal. Pretty damn sure this is made out of aluminum. It's not plastic. I can't. Nah, that's aluminum. Strong little blade, man. Yeah, you could break it. I'm sure you could. I'm sure if you know, put it in a vise, you'd snap it or something. It's not the best steel in the world, but it's a great everyday knife. It's a pretty looking knife. It opens up quick. It's very lightweight, and it'll fit on your boot. And by the way, here's a little advertising for the CSA. These colors don't run, because that's where I drink my espresso coffee with ice. So, yeah. You know, and I'm going to tell you something else. Yes, I do have better knives. I have K-bars. I have, I don't know, some German knife. It's some carbon steel. It's some really good stuff. I got an old-timer that was made back in the USA. I got genuine mil-spec M7 bayonet. Also got a genuine mil-spec, real one from World War I, another long bayonet. I got S-wing machetes, S-wing axes, all made in the USA. And like I mentioned, several K-bars. But I buy these too because, you know, one of these days the exchange rate with China is going to go right through the roof. And these are still a utility knife that will last you a long time. And if you lose it or somebody steals it on you, it's not like somebody stole your K-bar. You know what I mean? It's a $10 knife. Not that I plan to lose it or anything. And design is very pretty. It's a very practical size. Again, the finger with this little thing on here like that, that's also the thing that opens it up. You know, this part. That's the thing that opens it up, right? It works great where you put your finger here and it doesn't slide forward into the blade. And you got your thumb on the back right here. And it's cool having this Bear Paw thing in there. That's better than having a blood groove, because a blood groove isn't really for, you know, blood. It's for just lightening the blade where it doesn't really need that much metal. It doesn't really affect the strength hardly at all. It just lightens the blade. So that's cool to have that little design in there. So you got a couple raised gold colored bears on there with this thing. Just a little dot. I don't know what that dot's for. Oh, that's the moon. They're howling at the moon. That's why I get it. And you got them on the opposite side. Oh, that's freaking cool. Now that I think, I kind of like that. They're howling at the moon. The bears are. or that's a bear and a wolf. I don't know, maybe that's a baby boo-boo bear and that's big Mr. Big Grizzly Bear. I'm not sure. But the bears are on the opposite side with the clip, and they're also on this side over here. So yeah, so when you're making your moonshine and the bears are howling at the moon and you're making your moonshine during the light of the moon, you might need this knife to do some chores because moonshine is for medicinal purposes. And actually, if I ever get one of those stills like that, I'm probably going to use it to make essential oils. If I put a video on it, because you can't make moonshine illegally unless you get all these licenses. But I got to mention that because we do have a couple of bears here, or a bear and a wolf howling at the moon. That just reminded me of moonshine. This thing's pretty. Don't worry about it being made in China. I mean, yeah, if you want, I'm going to show you what I'm going to get for a BudK knife too. That's similar to this, which should be coming in pretty soon, and we'll go over that. But I'm telling you, man, these guys at BudK. I'm not advertising. Well, yeah, I am advertising, but I'm not getting paid to advertise for them. They didn't give me no knives. I bought these on my charge card, which I buy everything. You know, they don't give me no special discounts or anything. But I've been buying from these guys like crazy recently since I found out about them. BudK and Kennesaw, I think, are the same people. They're in Georgia, and I know some people that are knife connoisseurs don't like these knives, but they sell really good stuff too. They sell Case, made in the USA. They sell Ontario. They sell K-Bar. They don't sell just these things, but some of these lower priced knives they're not bad, man. They're not bad. Everyday carry knives, man. They'll work. Then, you know, it's not like you're going around a survival situation, you know, where you got to have the best knife in the world. So, not bad. And I swear to God, I love this when they open like this assisted, because sometimes you're doing something and you don't want to be, you know, you're grabbing onto something and you don't want to be fumbling around with a little thumbnail on the blade to open up the blade, especially when you're working on a car. Usually you're grabbing something, it's like, hey, I want to just grab in my pocket and pull this thing out and go whoosh. And you know, these are great for cleaning battery terminals. You know, you dull them up, you just put them through the pull-through sharpener again. Yeah, I tell you what, mechanics I knew many years ago, 40 years ago, that had like, they were doing mechanic work for decades. They used pocket knife to clean all electrical connectors all the time. All the time. It was old BudK. Old BudK. In his pickup truck, he had back bed of his pickup truck looked like this. He went for all the engines he used to throw in the back of there. Yeah, I'm a college boy, but I'm kind of like a working class college boy. So, keep it real. These are practical, you know. They're not your survival blade made out of best steel, but for $10, man, or whatever this thing costs, I think it was something like $10. These, I don't know how they sell them at. That's a pretty damn nice looking knife, and it works good, it's solid, and it'll work for everyday use for quite a long time if you don't abuse the crap out of it. It's a good deal.